It's hard work. It's commitment. It's a mentality that some may not fully understand. Throwing others onto a mat while employing different tactics makes wrestling both an art and a science. On top of all of it, UW Oshkosh heavyweight wrestler Guyon Cyprian has to balance it with 2 jobs and being a full-time student. Most people sleep in until about an hour before their first classes, but Cyprian's day starts a little different, well before sunrise. Here's a look at the wrestler's Monday.
So I get up at like 5 in the morning to wake up and go to lifts at 6 a.m. with Coach Brown. We lift for about like an hour and a half, and after that I come home and shower and get ready for class. I eat like a bowl of cereal or something, like a little bit of mini wheats. I go to class about till 2:50. And then I practice at 3:30. So after class, I just go directly to the wrestling room. I stretch out a little bit beforehand. I get a nice practice in, and after that, I have work right after. So I work all the way up till 11 p.m. And yeah, that's one of my longer days.
While time is one sacrifice made, Cyprian says it's manageable. Balancing 2 jobs, a full slate of classes, and a sport may seem overwhelming. However, this heavyweight phenom is sharp when it comes to time management. It is Cyprian's 4th year wrestling at UWO, so he's got this thing down. It's not his first rodeo. Cyprian is a front desk worker at the Gruenhagen Conference Center, and he's also an assistant for Project Success on campus. He's able to use his downtime at these 2 jobs to knock out homework then.
I mean, we do have busy days over the weekend sometimes, but we can't work over 25 hours of work a week, so that helps me not go over hours and just being able to balance schoolwork.
Cyprian has to carve out a couple of hours per day for wrestling. The team practices from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. To even compete, though, they've got to get down to a certain weight. As a heavyweight wrestler, it's on Cyprian to get down to 285 pounds ahead of the weigh-ins. This involves cardio. It involves smart dieting choices, even when having to go with a quicker meal, popping something out of the microwave.
So dieting is probably a big thing. What you eat and what you take. You kind of want to cut out empty carbs, just stuff like that's not needed. You do want to fuel your body, because if you don't eat, then you're not going to have enough energy to run and do what you need to do.
It also involves checking one's weight on a routine basis.
Usually, guys weigh themselves every day, like at least once or twice a day, just seeing like what works, what doesn't work. It's all about experimenting. Say if you eat like a bowl of soup, it's like, oh, I can eat this, and you see what makes you go to the bathroom, and just like little things like that, just to make sure you're fueled and ready to go.
At times, the heavyweight has to drop as much as 40 to 50 pounds, roughly 15% of his body weight. While this may sound extreme, there are plenty of checks and balances put in place to make sure this process is done safely.
Over the summers, when you want to start cutting down to that weight, we do for wrestling, it's a little different. So you have to do a fat test. So you got to certify for a certain weight, and you got to make that weight within the time that you're given. So it's very healthy. So they do that so you won't kill yourself when you're trying to cut all these pounds.
As for his why, Cyprian talks about boosting his self-esteem and finding a sense of purpose in the daily grind of being a collegiate athlete. While others are in bed, he's lifting, conditioning, and fine-tuning his body and mind.
How many people are getting up at 5 a.m. to go lift and go out there and wrestle and compete for a national title? Because at the end of the day, that's my goal, is to get that national title. That drive to make me go a little bit further and better myself is really like the big thing that I strive for.
There are plenty of wrestlers and teams in Division III who think they have what it takes to win it all. If you ask Cyprian about his chances, he'll fire a question right back at you.
Why can't I get the national championship? Why not me? Why this guy? So like little things like that drives me. The wrestling doesn't last forever, and guys who've been wrestling since kindergarten, and they put on all this work. So just to let it go down and train, you don't want that to happen. You put in so much work, you might as well take advantage of it.
From the campus of UW Oshkosh and for WRST, I'm Corey Sparks.